Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a quick look at a new pair of glasses that I just picked up. Now, this is a model that a lot of people have been wanting me to do a review on since it originally came out a couple of years ago. But for one reason or another, it didn't really attract me too much. I thought that it was kind of plain, and at the time, they weren't making a lot of different colors that really attracted me that much. So I kept passing it over and not picking it up and just, picking up some other things. In my opinion, this was Oakley's first attempt at melding the Gascan and the Fuelcells into something that would fit or, people would like in this particular style. And obviously, as you guys can tell by the title, this is the Crankcase model. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I did a review on a newer model. It's called the Crankshaft, which I said I think it's a great melding of those two models, the Gascan and the Fuelcell. This particular one, I think, is still too close to the Gascan size, with just a slight Fuelcell look. So if you want something that's perfectly in the middle between the two, obviously the Crankshaft is going to be more of that, in my opinion. This is going to be more of a rounded off looking gas can. So just keep that in mind. Now, this is going to be what I'm going to consider a segue video. And what that means is the reason that I picked this up, just because of, I got a really good deal on it, is to make a comparison video. Because that's the other thing that a lot of people wanted to see, is they wanted to see a comparison between the gas can, the crankcase, and the Fuelcell. And now, because it's already out, and I'm going to do the crankshaft as well. So this is going to be added to that comparison video between those four models, which I think are fairly similar, but there's little differences between one and the other that definitely I would love to show you guys. So I said I got a really good deal on this, and that's because I actually picked this up at an Oakley Vault, which is Oakley's outlet stores, and they have a section that's called DE, which stands for Display Eyewear, and it's where they have eyewear that's been heavily discounted. Sometimes they come with a box, sometimes they don't. This one did, just because it's more of a discontinued model, what they call. So obviously, as you guys can see, the box is a little beat up, but I didn't really care because I got this, and I'll show you guys the price here, for $59. So obviously this particular model, which is the polished black with the warm gray, I think retails for about $90. I want to say anywhere from $90 to $100. So obviously I got a, almost $40 off, depending on how much you see, $40 to $30 off. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up. It's always good to have just kind of like a beater style, especially with these polished black with warm gray lenses. It's not very flashy. It's not a wow factor to it. It's just the standard lens there. So let's go ahead and check them out. And like I said, they do come with the micro bag. It comes with all the paperwork. You still get your 1-year warranty, which is nice because, again, this one is part of the discontinued line and not the display eyewear line. I believe the display eyewear line, you only get the glasses with the microfiber bag, no warranty or anything like that, and it's a final sale if I'm not mistaken. But it is actually heavier discounted in certain models. So just keep that in mind if you have an outlet close to you. Take this out of the way. So here it is. Again, this is the polished black frame with warm gray lenses. So right off the bat, you could definitely see the Gascan and Fuelcell influence on these, as far as the the front of the glasses here. You do get the polished black frame there, and then what's cool about it is that even though it is a polished black frame, you do get a little bit more of a matted look in the legs right here, and then you get a gunmetal icon there to kind of continue that dark look of the frame and the lenses. Obviously, your warm gray lenses here. Now, these are not going to be the darkest lenses out there, so if you do want something that's going to be fairly dark and you're not going to be able to see your eyes and stuff like that, you can always buy a pair of replacement lenses, maybe switch these out for a black iridium, so you'll get a little bit of a mirror look to them, and they'll be darker, and you won't be able to see your eyes through them. They also block out more of the sunlight. So obviously the key thing of these right here is this cutout where the icon kind of sticks out here on the side, and then when you open your leg, it kind of sits into that area there. Now, there is no, in my look, there's no specific purpose for this, just besides, an aesthetic look to it, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a different look. Obviously the gas cans, you have that a small little wing that you would have down here, and then the leg is completely full. The same thing with the Fuelcells, you get a full leg, but then you do have that line that kind of separates the top halves of the glasses. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll be able to see that in the comparison video, so stay tuned for that. But for the most part, they decided to just kind of make a cutout here and just as an aesthetic thing, something just more for looks. Now, they're very lightweight, as you would expect from any O-Matter frame. Very comfortable when you have them on, but again, it's going to be more of a Gascan fit. Definitely a lot closer to the Gascan than to the Fuelcell. But in looks wise, it does resemble a little bit more of a Fuelcell, especially with the rounded off corners right here, and then the way the leg tapers back here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut the video, put myself in front of the camera so you guys can see the fit, and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here we are. Here is the Oakley Crankcase. I'll go ahead and put them on so you guys can see what they look like. Very lightweight. Again, it's in the unobtainium material. These are part of the lifestyle line, so you're not going to have any rubber on the nose or on the ears, so definitely keep that in mind if you're going to be using them. If you do sweat heavily, they might slide down your nose, so depending on what you're going to need them, just keep that in mind. On top of the head, they're very comfortable. They sit right where they should be. Again, this particular style is going to be better fitted for somebody with a more narrow face, smaller faces, like the Gascan would. If you're looking for something and you have a more round face or a wider head or something like that, I would definitely recommend going with more of the Fuelcell or the Crankshaft as opposed to the Crankcase, because this is going to fit like a Gascan would. Again, it's the Gascan fit with a little bit more of a Fuelcell styling to it. They do have a really nice wrap all the way around. You're not getting any light coming in from the sides here. And the opening on the leg is further back to where if you were to have light from the back, it's not going to bother you either. So again, this is the polished black frame with the warm gray lenses, so you can kind of make out my eyes there. So like I mentioned before, if you do want something for bright sunny days, I would recommend maybe switching these lenses out for black iridium lenses, and that'll give you a nicer look, and it'll block out more of the light there. Again, you can go with polarized to block out more of the glare as well. So there it is, the Oakley Crankcase. Again, stay tuned for the comparison between the other three models with the crankcase, the Fuelcell, Gascan, and Crankshaft, because I know a lot of people have been looking for that. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.